only know how your squad handles it once the game starts. Are we going to start sluggish and then come into the game? Are we going to start like a house on fire and then drop later on because we cannot maintain the playing style? That we'll know once the game starts. But we prepare like normal. Like I said, today was about recovery / restart, and then tomorrow some light tactical work. And all I know is Azam is a top team with very good players, and it's going to be a very tough match.
Okay, before the international play, young coach Miguel Gamondi was complaining about a lot of fixtures. Like there's a lot of games now. Like you said, you have a little time to recover from this game to another game. Like I know it's hectic for you to think about changes, all these substitutions like you make for the players. It's so hard for a coach like right now in this situation. It's like the whole world now is complaining about a lot of games. What is your thought on this? About many matches that you play, like we have international break on October, we have international break on November, we have international break in January. I know for a coach it's so hectic.
Yeah, I think for coaches we're okay, but I think on the big stage in Europe they have an influx of games where it goes to over 60 games. I don't think we're there yet. With the CAF and Champions League, we could go up to 50, depending. With some other cups, maybe 55. So at the moment we are still okay. But what makes it harder in Africa is the distance you have to travel in relation to Europe. A 1 hour flight, 2 hour flight. Here we have to fly to Turkey, spend the night in Turkey, and then catch a flight to Libya. So it was a strenuous time. So when you are planning such things as do you have a big squad and then you leave 7 players behind, and what type of training they have behind. That is why we have such a huge technical team to be able to keep everybody fit and ready, so that when you do need to make changes, the other players have not been on holiday while you've been 7 days in Libya. They've been training in relation to their deficits and getting them up to speed so that they can be on the same level when the squad comes back. So this is the challenge for us in Africa, because it's quite different to Europe. We don't have the influx of 70 games per season, but the travel fatigue does play a part. But at a big club, you have to play every match that comes. Every 3 days you're expected to perform. So it's our job as experts to be able to get the players ready and fresh and fit to be able to compete at a high level. Our playing style is also very demanding in terms of intensity. So it's really a detailed plan in relation to getting the players super fit, but not getting any injuries while doing all this travel and jet lag and time zones and different things as well.
Of all players that you signed, Dilba Fernandez seemed to be one of the best signings. A lot of fans are praising him for his performances. How good is he in training? Like, have we seen the best? Have we seen yet the best of him?
No. I think he's still settling in to. I don't want to be disrespectful and say he hasn't been coached before, but a lot of details and a lot of emphasis have been put on him. Because it took a long time to really get into the groove. I think only after 3 weeks of training could he begin to understand the spaces, the movements, the positioning that his role entails, and not running all over the pitch. So there's still a huge amount of work to be done. Still a huge space for improvement. He has not reached his level, and step by step he's growing. I don't think he's. I think we should allow him this time to grow and not build him up too much too soon, because he has not yet performed at his level of potential. So there's still so much more to go.
Coach, Elia Mpanzu, who is on your list?
Like I said, the club will make an announcement once he is signed. At the moment, once nothing is confirmed and in ink yet, so I don't comment on Elia Mpanzu. Sorry.
After qualifying a group stage, what's your plan?
My plan is now at the moment to focus on the league, because the CAF draw is only going to be 7th of October, and the matches are probably pushed back to November. That's the latest we've heard, not confirmed yet. So at the moment, CAF we put completely to the side. Our focus now at the moment is completely to the league, the next 3 matches and 9 points to play for before the FIFA break, and that's all our focus at the moment. Once the group stages come, We analyze our group. We'll calculate exactly in terms of which matches, where, away, which countries you're traveling to, and then take it game by game.
Against the next is against Azam FC, Lazima derby. You know Lazima derby.
Yes, yes, I know it. Yes.
His meaning.
No, I don't know this
You don't
one.
know the meaning of Lazima?
No.
Okay, I will tell you. What's your call against Azam FC on 6th of September?
What is?
What's your call against Azam?
A difference in relation to their playing style. They've got an extremely good squad. They've got an extremely good, young, dynamic squad. Very similar to our profiles of our squad. Young players with lots of potential. Well, probably the difference is they've got more South Americans than us, or more South American-based foreigners. And these players have so much potential, so much skills that can win a game out of completely nothing. And we have to be very detailed in our approach, how we approach this game, because if you don't apply yourself tactically, physically, from the mental side, and of course a derby of this magnitude is one with fine margins. If we don't improve our performance, what we did against Al Ahly Tripoli, we will find ourselves in problems, because they're a very good side.
How is Tanzania League so far? After 2 matches you played?
Yeah, what I've seen of the matches so far, the league is quite competitive. You saw Fountain Gate after our game, they started winning, and if each and every team can beat any team. If you're not concentrated, if you don't go into detail in terms of your analysis, you can get caught, because they are talented players. I'm very happy and with the standard of the local Tanzanian players. They are very good players. I'm so lucky to have good quality Tanzanian players on my side. And if you look at the league as well, the talent in the league is very high. Tactically, of course, when you put in the concepts, it's all new to them. But how they adapt and how they learn and how they try to execute is very good. And I'm pleasantly surprised by the level of technical skills, physical skills that they have here.
Out of Simba, in other clubs, which the best player do you see?
I don't want to single out individuals. I think it would be unfair on players. I watched the national team, and the national team have got a very good team. Watched the Ethiopia game and the match they won after that in the last FIFA break, and very good team with lots of potential. I think in the next window period, lots of our players will be called up as well. Kibu was not fit in the last window, and there are lots of players that has to be in the national team on our side, even though they're not even playing.
So, Coach, there's this youth development. Simba and the younger and the Azam, they don't have a lot of youth players, and it's like a big crisis for us, because we don't have like a proper development when it comes to these clubs trusting these young players. Like, what do you take on that? Can you trust these young players? Like your squad is averaging, I think, 24, 25 years of age. It's a very young squad, but these players who are under 20, what do you take on them? Why, like a lot of coaches, they don't trust them?
No, for me, if you good enough, you're old enough. I don't mind playing a 17-year-old, 16-year-old if he's good enough. Our under-20 team started training last week. They were on a break. So after this busy period, we'll put a little bit more depth and analysis into the younger team. But your youth is your future. It's so important, and I'm a huge believer in getting them the right training at a young age. And a talent you can see. One of my policies and what I really love is young talented players, and I'm sure once you go into this youth setup of Simba, we will be able to find.
Okay, Kip Dennis came last. He was the last player to come.
Who's that?
Simba squad, Kip Dennis.
Yeah.
He was very close in the last game. He scored the goal, which was very important. Last season he was struggling with his form. He's a forward, but he was not scoring regularly, and a lot of fans were saying it's not good enough. But he's a very important player. His work rate, I think, you've been enjoying so far. what can you help him as a coach to become a better player? And what is his strength as a player? Like you train with him every day, you see his best side, you see his weakness side. What can you say like about Kip Dennis as a player?
I think before I joined Simba and you do analysis of the squad, I was so excited to work with Kibu. He's definitely one of the outstanding players of the team. Of course, he was not with us in Egypt, so he missed that big part of pre-season. But now he's finally completed week 5, week 6, and we were preparing in this off-season break, giving him some minutes against Al Hilal and JKT to build up his match minutes. He's not yet fit. He's not yet at the level where